industry of acting, I think they deserve a little empathy. I think it's a lot of pressure. They don't make as much as, or we don't always make as much as people think. We have to save our money differently. And sometimes you get these giant splurts of money, but at the same time, you're still trying to build some kind of normal life. You can often feel like you're inadequate in adulthood for a long time because you're always just going from gig to gig and whatnot. But it's a very a passionate life, and it's a life that you live with love with all your senses. And so I think that I think for people to go out and support the arts is really important. It's just so much more than just the fame and the celebrity part. There's a craft to it that people are in love with, and that's why they do it for so long, even when sometimes you're just like, okay, when am I going to start my life? When am I going to? And we're just all kind of committed to telling honest stories and molding minds of the artists for tomorrow. Hopefully we can make a difference when everyone is so obsessed with attention and fame. Maybe we can get some kids to get to the juicy parts of life and help people to get a little bit more grounded again with their work. Breathing together. Some of them have, come from single parent homes where their parents had to find a way for them to pay to go to this school because they don't live in DC. We've got kids that are from other countries that are, just some of the freshmen. We got a first year who's first time in America, doesn't speak a lot of English, but she's such a beautiful actress. She's so lovely. I was one of the people that voted strongly for her to be in the program. But these kids are like, they're not kids that came up in this neighborhood. They're not Georgetown kids. These are inner city youth. And many of them are the only people in their families that are probably, doing anything that they love instead of just trying to pay the bills. And so, we try to really give all the love we can to the kids in this school. I love my kids so much. I don't have any children yet. And I always tell people one day, but and for now, I'm so grateful that these were the first of the children that I have, because they taught me a lot about myself, and they're so smart and they're so creative and they're just so lovely and kind. They've got their silly teenage talking ways, but their heart is right. And so the kids at Duke Ellington are special. The kids, and I believe with all my heart that this is the best art school in the U.S. And I think hands down, we produce the top teenage actors in the U.S. I think they go out and they go to the best schools and they work so well. Duke Ellington has a great reputation in the acting industry. And you could say you're from Duke even before you say from Juilliard, and people are already impressed with that. And then I learned that the teenagers nowadays are going through so much psychologically, emotionally. There's a lot of depression and stuff that kids are going through. And the social media is making it worse. And so we try in my class to address those kinds of that life for a teenager today and help them into themselves so they can bring their self to the stage or behind the camera as fully as they can. And so for many of the students, it feels like a home away from home being in the acting classes here at this school. And that's how I felt when I went here. And it's why I keep being involved in the arts somehow. It's a home away from home.